Any company aspires to have the right office for them that gives them the right brand image that they're proud of to bring their team members in and are proud of when they have to host clients and partners in, right? And tech parks are one of those places that everybody aspires to be, or I would say like most of us aspire to be, right? Like gives you, it kind of tells the world that you've arrived, right? So if your office is in a tech park, it kind of signifies many things about your company, right? It kind of gives everybody the sense of achievement that your team has been able to accomplish, and it also gives the right kind of confidence for new partners and new customers you're going to work with. So tech parks is high up on the aspiration list for many companies. But getting to a tech park, there is a initial entry barrier. So not everybody can take an office in a tech park. So a lot of tech parks obviously have minimum criteria on how much of floor space that you can take up. So I think the smallest that I've seen is about 3,000 square feet. 3,000 square feet, and 3,000 square feet roughly, let me do a calculation, right? 3,000 square feet by 40 square feet per seat. So you're looking at 75 seats or more. That's the usual piece of floor space that's available at tech parks for you to minimum floor space that's available for you to pick it up and convert it. And also the biggest other hurdle is that tech parks usually give you a warm shell, which means that you have to do everything else to make it an office, right? So whether it is fit outs, whether it is the wiring, whether it is the internet, whether it is security, access cards, furnitures, obviously, and everything else, which means that there's a lot of obviously capex involved in doing all of this, but there's a lot of also time needed to design this, architect this as per your specifications, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, you are kind of for the next X number of years, you're kind of stuck with this 75 seat to 3,000 square feet office because like you can't keep redoing this every once in a while. So you have to plan well in advance for this office space requirement. So that may not be a great thing for startups to do. But let me tell you something. There is a hack for you to be in a tech park and not having to commit to 75 seats or more. And the hack is about taking a co-working space inside a tech park, right? And this has become in 2024. There were a lot of co-working spaces that opened up office space or opened up their service in a tech park. So there are they call it the campus model, right? So the campus model of co-working and managed offices has become a real thing in many tier one cities, and I'm sure very soon it will be a thing in tier two cities as well. This is a real thing. So you have enough and more options in a tier one city like a Bangalore or a Hyderabad or a Chennai or a Mumbai, where there are co-working operators that operate a co-working space or a managed office operator operating a managed office space inside a tech park, which means that you can even take 4 seats. In fact, I for one, I'm sitting in a cabin here. This is inside a tech park. So, but we have taken only 4 seats here in this place. So you can take a very small space and still call that tech park your home. So let's take an example of WeWork, which is Embassy Golf Links. So you could say that, hey, I'm in Embassy Golf Links. That's where my office is. But then eventually you've taken up a small cabin inside a WeWork, inside the AGL tech park. But then how does it matter? Your address is EGL, right? So that's the kind of impression that you can give to your employees. And tech parks come with their own benefits, right? So not only do you get to enjoy the common amenities available at the co-working operator level or the managed office operator level, but you also get to enjoy the common amenities available at the tech park level. So maybe there is a brick. I mean, there's a big lawn there. Maybe there are a lot of open air collab areas there. Maybe there's a food court inside. Maybe there are other recreation facilities inside the tech park. Maybe there's a clinic inside. Maybe there's a supermarket inside, right? So whatever it be, right? All these amenities will also now become tappable to your employees and yourself, and that could be a game changer in terms of employee engagement, giving the right employee experience. And also, tech parks typically are more secure environments, right? So there is security around the clock. The access, entry, and exit is closely monitored, right? And which means that your business gets an additional point of security. And if you're working in an industry and clients dictate this kind of security for you on your business, then again, being these tech parks can actually be a great plus point for you to say, hey, I operate in this tech park, which means physical security is taken care of. There is park level security, there's building level security, there's floor level security, and then we have our own security systems inside the co-working space in our cabin. So you can actually create a lot of that vibes, and a lot of that boxes can be ticked off when you take up a space in tech park. And specifically when it is available in smaller portions of 4 seats, 6 seats, 10 seats, 20 seats, whatever your company size is, it actually gives you that additional advantage that tech parks always had to offer to large companies like Accenture and Cognizant of the world. You as a startup can too have these benefits coming to you irrespective of your size.